Hi everyone, it's Ya Boi Zack. No, I'm not speaking to you from beyond the grave. I just have a sinus infection that keeps getting worse and worse to the point where I can't really record videos that well. When I speak, I sound like Biggie Smalls trying to recite a haiku during an earthquake. Anyway, since I'm using this text-to-voice app, I want to take the opportunity to pronounce the words that you all constantly remind me I mispronounce. Thanos. Magneto. Scarcity. Triumvirate. When I wasn't wasting time looking up YouTube videos about how to massage your face to make your sinuses clear, I was just thinking about the future, which is probably the best thing to think about. Being a businessman who is approaching a half-century of age, I basically think about the same three subjects. The future of the comic book industry, what stocks and mutual funds I want to invest in, and mortality/life extension. I've gone back and forth on what I think the future of the comic book industry will be. At one point, I thought it was going to be Black Label, for Christ's sake. Hey, they can't all be winners. So I looked to the past for examples that will help me guess what the future will be like. One of the things I've been very excited about is the idea that more than half of the classic comic book characters are going to fall into the public domain in the next 6 to 12 years. The idea of being able to have Batman or Captain America interact with the Jawbreakers is terrifically exciting to me. But that's not something that's going to help the industry. That's just a fun little bucket list type of thing for me to do. But I still feel like there's something to learn from the past, even though I typically despise nostalgia. And for some reason I started thinking about Superman's third or fourth nickname, which is the Man of Tomorrow. I always thought that was a strange moniker for him. It's not like he was a mutant and the next generation of humans was going to be like him. He's essentially a cosmic circus freak. So I didn't really get why he was the Man of Tomorrow. But there was an almost obsessive need to throw in further sci-fi elements to his stories from the very beginning. Mad scientists and alien invasions. And that doesn't even get into the whole deal with Superboy constantly going hundreds of years into the future to hang out with a bunch of C-listers. That's right, bouncing boy, I said what I said. Do something about it, pussy. Anyway, I tried to put myself in the headspace of these mostly Jewish and Italian working class men that created this medium almost 100 years ago. And besides paying for rent and maybe saving up for a down payment for a wedding ring, their main focus was to explore the future through their stories. Even create it in some ways. A million other people have pointed this out, but a mother box is basically what a cell phone has become. It's so weird when I actually get a call these days. I'd swear that my phone is at its worst when it's being used to call someone. It's so much more than that. And that was just one of thousands of concepts that Kirby came up with. Even when comics stopped focusing on creating new concepts and gadgets and worlds, they still focused on future generations. Whether it was humans turning into mutants or the various post-apocalyptic worlds. Comics is an everything in the kitchen sink medium, and I love it about that, but a truly random medium would equally look at the past, present and future. And it seems to me that at its best, comics has focused on the future. So I think my mistake was trying to predict the next 5 to 20 years. When I should have been trying to imagine hundreds or thousands of years in the future, like Jack Kirby and Stan Lee did. I never really cared about space exploration after the Challenger exploded, but now I find it fascinating. Supposedly, terraforming Mars is technically only a two-step process. First, you heat the atmosphere to the correct temperature range. Then you increase the density of the atmosphere. The first step can be accomplished in about 100 years. The second step is estimated to take 100,000 years. But that's with the current understanding of what technology is and will soon be. But there are worlds, and technologies, and modes of transports, and types of relationships, and abilities that haven't even been considered yet. But could very easily be created in comics for a few $1,000s. And sold for less than the price of a large pizza. Just something to think about. The future. Thanks for watching. Bye.